Dudes, what's up? In this one, I'm going to show you how to make this super simple farm in 1.17 that is going to allow you to catch axolotls as well as farm glow ink. So if I pop into spectator mode and turn off the tick freeze, you're going to see I have someone AFKing up in the air up there. And you can see that the axolotls spawn in here. They're then going to attack the glow squid. Then they're going to drop the glow ink. The glow ink is going to drop it down below because of the magma blocks, and then the Hopper Minecart is going to pick it all up and put it into a collection system down below here. Here's what it looks like with a tick warp, so you can see the new glow squid and axolotls. They have the same spawning mechanics, so they will both spawn in here. Luckily, the axolotls will attack the glow squid, killing them, making the glow ink that we will be able to collect. Also, you can hop down here from the AFK spot if you see a lot of axolotls. Come down here with a bucket and collect up the axolotls. So I did test this farm for a little bit and we did get 467 glow ink sacks per hour. Now I've seen that fluctuate anywhere from 300 to 500. So we're probably going to get around 400 glow ink sacks per hour on average. Now the great thing about this design is that you can expand it to be as large or small as you want. Now this one's relatively small, but we could make it really large and get a ton of glow ink per hour, but we're already getting more glow ink than we're ever going to need. The spawning mechanics for both the glow squid and the axolotls is that they need to have a block above them, not just water and not just sky. So I did put this tinted glass here so that we can see inside, but they also need complete darkness. So they need absolute zero light in here. So that's why I put the tinted glass. It won't let light come through. So this whole area down here does have a light level of 0. They also need a natural stone block, at least 5 blocks below them, so we can make this 5 blocks high. I decided to use granite, but you can also use natural stone, diorite, deep slate. There's pretty much anything that you naturally find in caves you can use as the flooring in here. That is how the farm works, so let's get right into the block by block tutorial. The first thing you're going to want to do is find a big open space just like this. And you want to make sure that you are on level 66 or below. I'm going to start at level 64. That is perfectly fine. And you can do that by pressing F3 on your keyboard and looking and seeing what level you're on. So Y level 66 will be the highest level that you can do this on. So do this on Y level 66 or below. Now we're going to start by digging a big hole, and we're going to make it 11 by 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Then we're going to go 11 that way. Then we're going to dig down 10 blocks. Okay, so I put some wool down so that you guys can get a better visual of this. It needs to be 11 wide. It's also 11 that way as well. And then it's going to be 10 high. Now there's 2 pieces of wool every time you see a color. So I started at Y level 64 and the bottom is at 54. Now it's time for you to figure out where you're actually going to put the collection system. It doesn't really matter, so I'm just going to go ahead and go into the wall over here a little bit. Now you need to make a way to get up and down here, and what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to make a hole just like that for me to get up and down. You're probably going to be in survival, so you're probably going to have to do it a little bit differently than that. Now, I'm going to put my chest right in that spot right there, which means that these need to be hoppers, and I'm going to go ahead and put in 3 of them and just make some more room in this area for us. I can put down my chest right there and then put down the hoppers just like that. Now it's time for us to put down all of our rails, and I'm going to put 3 power rail right in the middle-ish on each side. Just like that. But what we need to do is we actually need to put a power source underneath. So I'm just going to use a block of redstone just like that, and we're going to have to do that on all of these sides. Doesn't matter which rail you put it under, as long as you do put it under a power rail. Now we need to put down the normal rail, and sometimes some of the glow ink will get caught in these corners unless we go into the side of the wall like this and then we round it around like that. We are going to put those on every corner just so that we don't lose any of the glow ink and we make this as efficient as possible. It's super easy to do. You just go like that on all of the corners. Now the rail system should look like this going into each of the corners. Now we can go ahead and put the Hopper Minecart down and put it going around the outside just like this. Now it's time for us to put our magma around the outside, and the magma is going to pull all the drops down and over the Hopper Minecart on the rail that we have set up. So that's going to make it so that it pulls all of the glow ink down so that the Hopper Minecart can actually pick it up. We're also going to have a stream, a water stream on top of this whole thing so that when the glow ink floats to the top, it's going to get pushed to one side. That way we'll make sure that we actually do collect up all of the glow ink sacks. Once we have a border of the magma blocks, then we can put down our natural stone, our diorite, our andesite, our granite, just any of the natural blocks that you will find in a naturally generated cave. We do need it to be a stone that naturally generates in caves and in the world, because that is what the glow squid and the axolotls need to spawn. Okay, so now on any side, it doesn't really matter what side we do it on. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's all the spawning area for the squid. So we want to make sure that the water flow is on top of this area. So now we're going to put temporary blocks down at this height, just like this. And then we're going to go back 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we can go up 1 and then just over like that. Now we're going to fill this in and make a platform just like this all the way across. So we can put a water stream all the way across this. And then we're going to take out the temporary blocks afterwards. So I'm using dirt because it's going to be really easy to remove this dirt afterwards because it is a temporary block after we put in the temporary blocks and then get the water flowing in all the correct places. Now you're going to need 2 water buckets so that you can make an infinite water source. One there, and then you can keep pulling the water from the middle. And then you're going to have to hop down here and fill every single spot here along the back, just like that. And watch all the water flow down to the end over there. And once we have this good, what we're going to do is we're going to take out all these temporary blocks. Those are going to be really easy to do with a shovel if you did use dirt like I did. We also don't need these here anymore, so we can take these out as well. Once you take out all the temporary blocks, it should look like this. It's just a huge swimming pool for our mobs to spawn in with the water flowing on top. So it's going to push all of the drops over to this edge over here. Now you can actually fill the top of this farm with any block that doesn't let light through, but I'm going to go ahead and use tinted glass just so that we can see in here. But we also need to make sure that there's going to be 0 light level inside of this farm. Now that we have the top of the farm all closed off, we're going to need some scaffolding blocks. They can be any block that you want. It can literally be a scaffolding. I'm just going to keep using my dirt. Now what you want to do is find somewhere roughly in the middle, and then you want to count up 120 blocks. So right here you can see my Y level is 64. So we're going to go up to Y level 184, and that's going to be our sweet spot for AFKing for the farm. Now that you're up here, you need to make a little AFK platform, and to get up and down, you can either use elytra and rockets, or if you're not that stage in the game yet, you can just put a ladder coming up here. It doesn't really matter. For now, we're just going to put my camera account right there. We're going to go into spectator mode, and then we'll pop down here. Now, the reason why you want to AFK so high up is so that you don't spawn in any other spawnable space. I don't think even this space will be spawnable, but I guess we'll find out once we get down here. As you can see, the glow squid and the axolotls are already spawning in. Axolotls will eventually aggro on the glow squid and kill them, but we will get the drops. Hope you guys did enjoy this one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!